Some of the oldest Catholic churches under the American flag are not in the mainland. They are right here in Puerto Rico. Built in the early 1500s by Spanish religious orders, these churches helped shape the island's identity from the very beginning. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chronicles and Cocktails. I'm Josué, the spirited historian, and today we are talking about the oldest churches in America and in the Americas, and of course, in Puerto Rico. Catholics are celebrating Semana Santa, Holy Week, one of the most important weeks in the Christian world. And here in Puerto Rico, this isn't just tradition, it's part of who we are. I want to be very clear from the beginning. This is a list of actual church buildings or historic church sites that still exist today, not the first missionaries and not the first communities of faith, because those go back even earlier. We're talking about the physical places you can still visit today, walk into, and experience. When people think about the oldest churches in America, they usually think about places like Santa Fe, New Mexico, or San Augustine in Florida. San Miguel Mission in Santa Fe dates to the early 1600s, and the cathedral in San Augustine traces its parish to 1565. But in Puerto Rico, the Cathedral of San Juan was founded in 1521, and La Iglesia San José was already being built by 1528. That means some of the oldest churches in America, in the Americas, are actually here in Puerto Rico, and they are older than almost anything in the continental United States. You see, Catholicism arrived in Puerto Rico shortly after Columbus' second voyage in 1493. Religious orders like the Franciscans and the Dominicans built churches, established missions, and helped organize the island's first settlements. So, when we talk about these churches, we are talking about the foundation of Puerto Rico itself. The Santuario de Nuestra Señora de la Monserrate in Hormigueros traces its origins to late 16th century, with the devotion brought from Catalonia, Spain. Tradition connects its founding to Giraldo González de la Renta, who built an early hermitage after what was believed to be a miracle. By 1720, the site was already recognized as a sanctuary, and the church expanded significantly in the 18th century, with the current structure dating to 1874. The altar is attributed to José Campeche, linking this church directly to Puerto Rican sacred art history. And in 1998, Pope John Paul II elevated it to a minor basilica. That designation is granted by the Vatican to churches of exceptional historical and spiritual importance. So, this is not just a local church. This is a site officially recognized by Rome itself. In San Germán, the Convento de Santo Tomás de Aquino was established in 1609 by the Dominican order. The church, known as Porta Coeli, developed from that foundation. What we see today reflects multiple construction phases, including major rebuilding after the earthquakes of 1717 and 1737. So, while its origins go back to the early 1600s, the structure itself carries strong 18th century reconstruction. Porta Coeli is one of the oldest surviving religious structures in Puerto Rico, and today it functions as a religious art museum under the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture. This is not just an old church. It's physical proof that Spain intended permanence on the island. For this episode, I didn't want something tropical. I wanted something that feels old, structured, almost ceremonial. Because the story we're telling today is not about beaches. It's about faith, empire, and the foundations of Puerto Rico. So this cocktail brings together the same two worlds that built these churches: Puerto Rican rum and brandy de Jerez from Spain, aged in a tradition that goes back centuries. A little honey, something biblical, something ancient, and bitters for complexity, because history is never simple. This is El Sacramento Reserva, and it's meant to feel like something that could exist inside these walls. This isn't a classic cocktail you'll find in a book. It's inspired by old world styles, especially spirit-forward drinks like the old-fashioned, but built to reflect Puerto Rico and Spain together. Iglesia San José in Old San Juan was built between 1528 and 1532 by the Dominican order. It stands on land associated with the family of Juan Ponce de León. This is one of the earliest surviving stone churches in the Americas, all of the Americas, and a rare example of Spanish Gothic architecture in the Caribbean. Now, the important detail here is Juan Ponce de León died in 1521, before this stone church was completed. His remains were later associated with this site and remained here for centuries, 3 approximately, from 1559 to 1836. His remains were kept in this church before being transferred to the Cathedral of San Juan. In the Spanish world, burial inside a church was reserved for people of status. So this was not just a place of worship. It was a place of power. The Catedral de San Juan Bautista was founded in 1521 with the move of the city from Caparra to the actual site. The original structure was destroyed by a hurricane in 1526 and later rebuilt in stone. This cathedral became the seat of the Catholic Church in Puerto Rico, the center of ecclesiastical authority on the island. It endured attacks, storms, and centuries of change, and was always rebuilt. In 1836, like we mentioned before, the remains of Juan Ponce de León were moved here from Iglesia San José. Today, this cathedral is considered the oldest church building in the United States of America. This is not just a church. This is the center of Spanish Catholic power in Puerto Rico. These churches tell the story of Puerto Rico, not just religiously, but socially, politically, and culturally. Built in the early 1500s, shaped by Spanish faith, empire, and culture, and still standing today. And that changes the way we understand American history, because Puerto Rico is not outside that story. It's part of the very beginning of it. And on Holy Week, they remind us that Puerto Rico is not just history. It is living history. Tell me what you think. Comment below. Your comments, it helps the conversation go. These places do exist, so you can go visit them on your next trip to Puerto Rico, or if you live here, it'd be a really nice road trip. You can do all these churches in one day. If you started in San Juan with San Jose and the San Juan Bautista Cathedral, early morning, have lunch, and then drive to Hormigueros, which is about 2 hours. Hormigueros is very nearby San Germán, so you'll get to see them both, see the minor basilica, and then drive to San Germán. Maybe you can spend the night in San Germán, which is really cool. It's a very historic town. So, let me know if you do the road trip. Let me know if you liked the episode and if you want more information on any of the churches. I do have one on the San Juan Bautista Cathedral. You can check out the episode right here. And also, I've talked about the oldest buildings still standing, and a few of these are in that list. So you want to go check that one out also right here. Thank you for watching. Once again, I hope you are having a great week. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like the cocktail if you made it. And this Holy Week, it's time for reflection. See where we're at with ourselves, with our family, with God, with everybody. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Have fun. Get smart. Read a lot of books. Go to church. And peace be with you. Salud.